Hey guys, Joe Anthony, just logging in. Wanted to make this short, really to the point video on really the power to create real wealth in 2020 and beyond. Um, about 20 something years ago, maybe 25 years ago, I don't recall the exact month, but I remember getting licensed to become a broker. And it was in the financial district, like Wall Street of Boston. And I remember getting my Securities 2 and my Securities 3 license, and then I think I actually got my Securities 7 license. Yeah. And what was interesting is, for me, it was something new. It was something that I hadn't really um, ever prior to that thought of. But somebody had invited me to come down and check out his company. He said, I'm so good that I can teach a monkey how to make money. And I thought, well, if you're that good, or it's that easy, or it was that simple. And within 3 months, I had been started managing about a $10 million portfolio of all these clients. And I had all these clients investing their money. And I was earning somewhere in the neighborhood of $20,000, $25,000 a month as a broker, as a money broker. And understanding finances, guys, is pretty wild, because nowadays we don't have the same conditions that existed 25 years ago, but they're going to be getting better and they're going to be improving. And what I really see is a lot of people are looking for ways to add an additional income and maybe learn a new skill, or learn how to use their finances better. The old unconscious incompetence, that people go through stages where they think they know something really well, but when they first learn something, it takes them a while to really get the skill and to know it like you can just rattle it off. It's something that just happens in a learning curve. Well, once you learn how to use your finances and how to optimize and get the most out of your own finances, it's going to change how you look at money. Because problem with most people is the money they have. Like if you're keeping your money in a savings account, let's just say you have $1,000 savings account, you're leaving the money at zero interest, right? So you're earning zero. Everybody that has money in a bank is earning zero, right? So the only thing that banks really do is they charge you money whenever you bounce a check, or they charge you fees, right? But what is the point of you leaving money in a bank? So that you can have a debit card, overdraft, credit card. And don't get me wrong, I mean, some of the services that banks offer, with ATMs and everything, those are valid services. But you can get the same services. Instead of putting your money in a savings account, you can put it into a interest-bearing account where you're actually earning interest, 4 to 9% interest. And what's interesting is that a lot of people, I think it's over 40%, don't even have life insurance. Like if they drop tomorrow, who's going to pay for it? Wouldn't you like to know how you can be protected? God forbid, something happens to you, and you can will it to your beneficiaries. And they don't have to be related beneficiaries too. They can be people that you just are in a relationship with. They can be, just don't will it to your dog, or maybe you could will it to your dog. No, just all kidding aside. But think about the money that's growing and bearing interest that is not taxable, right? So when I was a broker, I remember having clients that would have $1 million, and they could invest $1 million on a Friday and then take it out on a Monday and have earned about 25 to 30,000 because of the interest rates right? So the interest rate is everything. If you have a few hundred, a few thousand, and you're leaving it in a savings account at 0%, what's the purpose? It's not doing anything for you. Wouldn't you rather have that money in a place where it's earning 4 to 9%? And it could be that that money just sits there until you need it, until you want to use it. It's your money, right? You can take it out, you can withdraw. There's different ways of using your money that you have right now. The money that you have right now, if you have it in a savings account, you're not earning anything. And this would be just as safe. The concept of investing, in the stock market and other places, people just, it's kind of a safety net. Like, they like to know that they have their money almost like in their pillow, or in their mattress, in their walls, or someplace close where they can get it. But a lot of people have money in a savings account that's just sitting in a savings account earning zero interest. Zero is zero last time I checked. So 4 to 9% starts to add up. You leave it in there for a little bit, it starts to add up. So that's one of the things really that I'm trying to help people, to educate them. This is an education, because when you learn this stuff, your unconscious incompetence, you don't know what you don't know until you know it. And once you learn this stuff, you want to get to the point where you become unconsciously competent, meaning that you do this stuff automatically. And that's why the rich get richer and the poor stay poor. Broke people surround themselves with more broke people. It's just a fact. When you're vibrating at a higher frequency, you not only attract people who are like you, vibrating at a higher frequency, but knowledge-wise, you attract people who are getting better results, whether it's learning how to flip real estate with no money, not using any of your own money. There's people that can teach you right now how to go out, look for areas in the United States where you can get real estate without your own money, flip it, and turn 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 profit in less than 45 days. And you can do that multiple times. It's education, right? You don't know what you don't know. But maybe you haven't been motivated. You can lead a horse to water. You just can't force him or make him drink unless he's really thirsty. And over the last almost 2.5, 3 months, people have gotten very thirsty. Sitting home, being in lockdown, unemployed. If you're getting unemployment, those unemployment benefits aren't going to be around forever. That's right, guys. If you're getting unemployment insurance, it's not going to be around forever. So what are you going to do if you don't have a job and it runs out and it stops? You have to think now. You have to prepare now. And this is what I'm sharing with people, to get them to stop and trigger some action. Take action now, guys, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a video. If you want, this guy is very highly motivational. He's going to tell you things that you already know, some of the things you may not know, but he's going to motivate you to do something about it, to take action. Because if you stop and think, we are all the same. We're all affected by the same things. We all breathe the same air. 99.999% of us all breathe the same air, right? We may not all drink the same water, but we can definitely say we breathe oxygen, right? So last I checked, breathing oxygen is the difference between dying, being dead, and being alive. If you fog a mirror, that means you're breathing oxygen. So what's the difference? Rich people and poor people and broke people breathe the same oxygen. What's the difference? How come poor people are poor, but they're breathing the same oxygen as rich people and they're rich? Because it's knowledge, guys. It's learned knowledge and learned behavior. And people that are broke are surrounding themselves with more broke people, and they stay in that condition. That's why the rich get richer, because they surround themselves with people that are like them. Now you can break out of the broke mindset. You can break out of the broke tribe and get into a rich tribe or a wealth tribe, where now you start hanging around and surrounding yourself with wealth-minded people. Because wealth is just a learned skill, right? It's a learned skill. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to listen to this guy. This guy's name is Patrick Ben-David. He talks really fast. If you want to take notes, go right ahead. When he's done, I'm going to ask you if you want, we can connect, we can schedule a interview session where I ask you questions and you give me answers, and you can ask me questions and I give you answers. Fair enough? Here we go. Get ready. You got to pay attention, and you can take notes because he talks super fast.
Have impacted millions of people's lives in America, starting all the way back to 2001 when 9/11 took place. The towers in New York. You and I remember exactly where we were at when that took place. I was working on Morgan Stanley Dean Witter in Glendale when the broker from the corner said, "Turn on the monitor," and we saw the towers were coming down. Then we saw the second plane hit light. You know exactly where you were at. We were all shaken by it. The next event was 2008, when the market tanked 38% in 1 year. I was a financial advisor going sitting down with families, seeing 401k plans for a 65-year-old that's about to retire go from $600,000 to $400,000. They're sitting there saying, "Patrick, what do? I need to get back to work at 65 years old." And then today, the pandemic we're experiencing with coronavirus, where the market tanked 39%, 38% in 1 month. Dow Jones went from 29,500 to 18,000 in 1 month, not 1 year, in 1 month. Each of these times were scary times for millions of people. Each of them were a form of crisis, a different form of crisis. Now, obviously, 9/11 and the pandemic have more in common because they're a black swan, and you and I couldn't have predicted it. It just kind of happened. Boom, wait a minute. We woke up in the morning, New York's being hit. We woke up in the morning, pandemic. We didn't have time to prepare for this stuff, but we're all affected by it. Now watch this. In life, we typically react to crisis in two different ways. One, we've been preparing for it because we chose to be prepared before a crisis happens. And the other kind of change that we make is by force. Now, obviously, force is uglier. Force is tougher. Force is heavier. Force is tougher on the family, on the marriage, on the parents, on everybody is tougher. But choice prepares us that when the next crisis comes up, we're prepared for it. In 2001, I wasn't ready for it. I had no idea that was coming up. We were affected by it. My dad was running a 99-cent store in Inglewood. I don't come from a wealthy family. I come from a simple family. When that took place, changed everything. He had heart attacks. He had issues. Many of them, we didn't know how to handle that. But in 2008, I promised myself, the next one that happens, I want to be ready for it. So in this video today, we're going to share some bad news. I'm going to share with you some good news. The best part about it is that the good news affects everybody, and everybody can apply the good news that we're going to talk about. So prior to me getting into this, I've done a video like this 2 other times. One of them was in January of 2016, and the other one was in November of 2017. So one of the reasons why I made this video in 2016 and 2017 is because a lot of times people ask me and say, "Pat, I know you have a YouTube channel. I've seen your videos. I've seen your interviews. I follow you on Valuetainment. But how did you make your money?" So when in 2016, when I made the video, and 2017, I want to show you the growth of what's happened both with the insurance company I run, called PHP Agency, as well as the channel I run, called Valuetainment. So let's look at some of this data here that you're looking at on the screen. When I did the first video, January of 2016, Valuetainment had 22,000 subs. It had 8 million minutes watched, and PHP had 2,000 licensed agents nationwide. When I did the second video in November of 2017, Valuetainment had 450,000 subs, It had 200 million minutes watched, and PHP had 5,000 licensed agents nationwide. Today, while I'm doing this video, April 1st, Valuetainment has 2.1 million subs. It has 2.1 billion minutes watched, and PHP Agency has 14,000 licensed agents. Obviously, when you look at this data, you notice there's growth both on Valuetainment as well as PHP. But let me kind of give you more about the PHP side. I remember when we were only selling 50 policies a month, then we went to 500 policies a month, then 2,000 policies a month. Now we're selling somewhere between 6,000 to 7,000 policies per month. We started with one office in Northridge, California, then we went to 20, 30, 40. We have 120, 130 offices nationwide, nearly a 500,000 square feet of office space. And De La Hoya is one of our investors. Gabriel Brenner, great share. We've raised millions of dollars. The last round was $10 million. You can see it on Crunchbase for yourself. So that's the business then on what's happened since the first video, January 2017, to the second video, November 2017, to now, April 2020. So let's set that part aside. Now let me get into the message, the bad news and the good news. Here's the bad news. So we talked earlier about the three different crises that we experienced, right? Three events, 9/11, 2008, and we talked about the recent one, which is the pandemic, the one that we're currently still going through, the coronavirus pandemic, that just recently, just so you know, the record for the most people in America ever to apply for unemployment was back in October of 1982 when interest rates were 16, 17%. 695,000 people applied for unemployment. Just reports literally just came in March, end of March 2020, 3.28 million people went and applied for unemployment. 3.28 million people, 100,000 people a day in the state of California are going and submitting to get unemployment. How did we get here? What happened here? It doesn't matter who you talk to right now. Everybody's concerned. From the employer that's hiring people, to the employee, to the independent contractor, to the government, to officials, to middle. It doesn't matter. Everybody looking around and they're kind of concerned. What do I do next? What are my next moves? What do I take place here? Here's the reality of it that everybody has to understand. Because sometimes my wife and I have 3 kids. I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old, right? 2 boys and a girl. Every night I come home, I tell my kids, what are the 4 things we do as a family? They say, Daddy, we lead, we respect, we improve, we love. Lead in every situation possible. Respect people because everybody has something to teach you. Love people because everybody needs more love in their lives. And improve because improving gives you the biggest peace of mind in life. They say, yes, Daddy, that's what we do. I said, do we bully people? No. Do we get bullied? No. We're going to talk about getting bullied. Many of you are getting bullied, and I'll talk to you who the bullies. And when we pray for courage, wisdom, tolerance, and understanding. So why am I saying this with you? My wife and I are together. We're in LA. Okay? When this whole thing started getting crazy, and everybody saying, no, you're going to shut this place down, lock it down, everybody's go back home. We're in LA. We're about to have a board meeting. My wife and kids are there. We're about to go to Universal Studios. That's the place we like to go to because my kids are very creative, imaginative, and quite frankly, their dad probably likes Universal Studios more than they do. And then I see everything that's going on. I said, babe, we're going back to Texas. Board meeting got canceled. We fly back to Texas. We're flying back, and she says, babe, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah. I says, why are you not nervous? I said, what do you mean? She says, how come you're not nervous? I said, babe, you got to realize at this point, again, we've been married nearly 11 years. You've known me since June of 2002, but we've been married for 11 years. I said, I don't spend a lot of time concerning myself about things I have no control over. I spend a lot of time concerning myself with things I have control over. Meaning, you and I don't work for the government. We're not sitting on the White House. We're not one of the scientists. We don't work with Fauci. We're not one of the VPs. We're not one of the ones that was assigned to lead this project here. We don't have insider information. We don't have the intel. We're not working for a pharmaceutical company. So what are we going to do here? Well, the only thing I can do, I have 3 responsibilities at a time like this. Number 1 is I have to study how this can protect our family on the health standpoint. So we call my mom regularly checking on her daily basis. She's in the mid-70s. My dad telling him to stay home, even though my dad's a stubborn man who will not stop working. But at 77 years old, I've convinced this man to not go to Costco. I cannot believe he's listening to me. If you're watching me, Dad, right now, thank you for listening to stay home at a time like this. So health-wise, we looked at everything that we need to be doing. We're doing our best. Finance-wise, what do we need to do to protect our investments? We did our best. But the part that a lot of people are not prepared for is income replacement. Income replacement. Let me explain what income replacement is to me and to you. Now I'll get back to the part about why I'm not too concerned about a situation like this. So income replacement. Look, there's different kind of insurance policies you and I can buy. You can buy a life insurance policy. You can buy self-insurance policy. You can buy homeowners policy. You can buy auto insurance. You can buy jewelry. Celebrities buy leg policy. Celebrities buy body part policies. Everybody can buy any kind of a policy. The best insurance policy anybody can have right now if you're watching this, because even though we're experiencing a pandemic or a 9/11 2008, here's the reality of it. Every 10 years, a crisis is going to happen. And those who chose not to be prepared and they're forced to be prepared, they're the ones that take the biggest hit. The ones who were prepared and they chose to be prepared, they don't take the biggest hit because they were prepared for a time like this. So what is the most important insurance policy to have today? Here's what's the most important insurance policy to have today. An income you can make during times like this, so you will not be affected by it. What an impact to make an income during that time. If you have a skill set where you can make money during times like this, you will not be affected by it. Because a lot of times people are relying on a government or parents or somebody else to take care of them. The reality of it is that's got a timeline to it. If you're relying on someone that's got a timeline to it, the part is for you and I to be able to figure out how to protect our income, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Here's the second part why I'm not too concerned about it. The second part why I'm not concerned about it is because the thing about America is very obvious. America overcomes. I don't know why. Americans are very tough. Historically, Great Depression overcame that. War overcame that. Two overcame that. Pearl Harbor overcame that. I'm not telling you these were not tough times. Please don't take it as I'm undermining it. Not at all. Pandemics we had in the past that cost millions of people's lives. Emotional time. We overcame that. A president getting assassinated, John F. Kennedy, overcame that. His brother getting assassinated, we overcame that. A Martin Luther King, a figure like him getting assassinated, we overcame that. Ronald Reagan getting shot in D.C. at the hotel there, almost getting assassinated, we overcame that. 9/11, we overcame that. 2008, we overcame that. And we're going to overcome this as well. Now, some people get upset when I say this, and I don't know why they get upset. How can you be so positive? What do you want me to do? You want me to buy into everything else that people are telling us to put the scare in us all the time? Because the enemy that we have that's bullying everybody is the media. Let me explain to you what I mean by the media. I'm not talking about a CNN only. I'm talking Fox, MSNBC, ABC, everybody, because they make money based on 3 C's: change, conflict, controversy. The more of it, the more advertising dollars. The less of it, the less advertising dollars. The moment Russia was no longer talked about, their dollars went down because they don't have another controversy. They need another controversy because the rating shows every night people are glued to the screen. Am I going to see something about Russia? Am I going to see something about Weinstein? Am I going to see something about Clinton? Am I going to see something about Trump, Sanders, Biden? And what's going on next? Every day, that's what they do. And the more fear they impose on you, the more we're afraid, the more we're glued to the screen, the more money they make. Now, keep this in mind. I didn't tell you the pandemic isn't a real deal. I didn't say the coronavirus still is not a real deal. I didn't tell you 2008 was not a real deal, that wasn't a crisis, that we shouldn't have been prepared about and now watching news. I'm not sharing with you 9/11 is not real. This is a guy that was at the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. I'm sharing this with you because I've never been a fan of somebody that bullies and divides people. When my parents got married, they loved each other. They didn't know how money worked, but they loved each other. And I watched both sides of the family pin myself to my mom and pin myself to my dad. I saw them when my mother was home by herself and my dad was at work. And all the aunties would come there and they would sit there and they would talk smack about my dad. I knew what they were doing to my mom. They would say, oh, he doesn't do this. Oh, he doesn't do that. Oh, you should tell him this. They were dividing my mom and my dad. And when my dad would be with his family and they were saying stuff about my mom and my mom wasn't there, I knew they were dividing. So what happened at the end? They got divorced twice. And they're not together. And their children were living one here, one there. Why am I sharing this with you? In America, it almost seems like we're divided. It's like, hey, I can't believe you're a Republican, I don't like you. I can't believe you're a Democrat, I don't like you. We simply have two different philosophies. You like the Lakers, I like the Clippers. You like the Yankees, I like the Red Sox. So what? Let's sit down and break bread and talk about it. It's okay if we have differences. It doesn't matter if we have differences. I'm from Iran. And you may be from Texas, you may be from New York, you may be Asian, you may be African American, you may be Russian, you may be like, it doesn't matter. We have a lot of things in common. Our family matters to us. Our blood matters to us. Our heritage matters to us. Our parents, the sacrifices they make, those matter to us. And I'm willing to bet that you and I, if we sit down right now, kneecap to kneecap when we talk, I'm willing to bet we're probably going to cry about similar things. We're probably going to cry about our parents, sacrifices they made for us. We're probably going to cry about our kids, their dreams, and how bad we want their dreams to become a reality. And you're probably going to get emotional about your dreams. How when you were younger and you were walking home with your friends with a backpack and you were saying, man, would you rather be the greatest basketball player, the greatest musician? Would you rather be the richest man in the world? Imagine being president. Imagine. You don't remember those days. Those were the dreams. That's what we talked about. That's what made these conversations exciting. And then boom, life happens. Dreams go away. All the time, it's logic, fear. And then guess who's watching us? Mommy's afraid. Oh my gosh, daddy's afraid. Their dreams go away. You don't want that. I don't want that. That's why I have this message to my wife and kids. I'm in Iran. We're getting bombed out. I lived there 10 years. We're getting bombed out, and I'm looking at my dad. We're under the stairs. We're hiding down here. Because it was the safest place. Every time you would go see buildings, everything would come in. You would always see the bottom of the stairs was always one that would stay. So they would tell you, go hide there. So we're hiding there. It's me, my mom, my sister, my dad. And I looked at my dad. You know how my dad was? Stoic. I said, Dad, how come you're not scared? Everything's going to be all right. What do you mean everything's going to be? Keep hearing his whistling sound. Everything's going to be all right. If he's okay, I should be okay. I'm okay. We're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. It's going to be tough. But tougher times around the corner 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. It's going to be surprises, different form of toughness, different form of crisis, different form of tragedy. But it's not going away. The biggest challenge I have is that media puts so much fear into you that you forget what you need to do with your life. Because the reality part of it is there's never been a time more important than today for you and I to create wealth. Never, ever. Wealth, I don't mean Rolex watches. Wealth, I don't mean Patek Philippe watches. Wealth, I don't mean red bottom $1,500 Chanel $6,000 purse or Lambo or Ferrari or the jets and the 20,000 square foot home and all. I'm not talking about all that stuff. And by the way, if you like that stuff, more power. I have all of that stuff. I have all that stuff. I have a lot of weird stuff. I have $1 million baseball cards. I have some strange stuff that I collect. But that's not why I got my wealth. I got the wealth to not allow conditions like this to control my family. So today, basic numbers, whatever you make today, if you do the math, you keep half of it. If you make 100 grand, 50K stays with you. If you make $250,000, 50% stays with you. If you make $500,000, 50% stays with you. If you're somebody that has a husband, a wife, 2, 3 kids, and you're trying to at least get some of your finances in order, you need to pay close attention to this kind of stuff. Why? Because today, while I'm doing this, the debt clock today, we just checked it 5 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. The national debt of the U.S. right now is $23.6 trillion. Okay, specifically, it's going to go higher after the $2.2 trillion bailout that they just announced. But right now, it's $23.6 trillion. By the way, on top of that, the unpaid, the commitment that we have is $76 trillion. That's commitment, Medicare, Social Security. We have to pay that stuff. That's the commitment that we have. What do you think that money is going to come out of, by the way? What do you think that money is going to come out of? I mean, yes, maybe our President Trump's going to be able to negotiate on the next tariff when they're going back and forth with China. Maybe the trade negotiation after this mess is going to be, hey, China, forgive all our debt. The $4 trillion, the $2 trillion, forgive all, we'll never pay to you. And maybe that'll be cut. Maybe that's okay if it gets cut. But that's only a couple $1 trillion. Nothing close to $76 trillion. Nothing close to $23.6 trillion. That money's going to come out of it. You and I have to figure out a time like this to know when this time passes by, how are we going to be prepared that when the next time comes up opportunity-wise, you're protected. So having said that, look, there's a lot of people a lot of things to be concerned about right now. My concern is more data. Let me give you some data here. Here's what cost of living has looked like and how much it's improved in the last 20-something years. Look at these numbers that we have on the board here. So what we're looking at with this chart here is what things cost back in 1990 versus 2019. The first one is a 4-year college tuition. Back in 1990, roughly $30,000. Today, $102,000. That's more than 3x, by the way. Average home price in 1990, $101,000. Today, $294,000, 3 times more. Back in 1990, a gallon of gas, $1.12. Today, $2.50. Cost of raising a child back in 1990 from 0 to 18 years old, $120,000. Today, $250,000. Back in 1990, the average car cost $9,400. Today, $37,577. That's 4 times more. Now, all this is okay. It's totally fine that things are 3 times more expensive, as long as your salary is also 3 times higher. But back in 1990, the median income was $52,689. But today, $59,039. Let me get this straight. We went from $52,689 some change to $59,000. That's a $7,000 raise in 29 years. $7,000 raise in 29 years. How are you supposed to keep up with everything when you got a wife and kids? How are you supposed to pay for your college tuition, knowing these colleges are sitting on billions of dollars of cash and endowment? They're becoming businesses. How are you supposed to maintain your family? So this is why a lot of people are asking these are real valid questions. What's the solution? This is why I said earlier, it's very important for you to create your wealth. There are 4 steps to creating wealth in America. Step number 1 is learning how to sell. Now, keep this part in mind before you say, well, there's no way in the world I'm going to get good in sales. Our current president is a great salesman. The one before him, great salesman. Any great CEO, any great pastor, any great parent, any great football coach knows how to sell their message to whoever it is that they're selling. The only challenge you have with a salesperson is somebody that told you what they were going to do and they never did it. That's the problem with salespeople. It's not the fact that we have a problem with somebody that sells us on what they're going to do and they do it. You don't have a problem with that. Now watch this. Last year, the median pay for a sales manager in the U.S. was roughly $130,000. That's $62 an hour, by the way. That's not bad for a sales manager. The second skill you got to learn to create wealth in America is you got to choose entrepreneurship. Look, it's either entrepreneurship or intrapreneurship. I'll explain both of them here to you. What is entrepreneurship? When I came to America, when we say the American dream, I know a lot of people like to sell the American dream as buying a home. To an immigrant, the American dream is the ability to make as much money you want to make, and the way you do it is either becoming an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur. An entrepreneur is somebody that starts a business. That's what America offers. The tax system benefits entrepreneurs. An intrapreneur is somebody that works within a company, but they think like an entrepreneur. Steve Ballmer never started Microsoft. He's worth $60 billion because he's an entrepreneur and an intrapreneur within Microsoft. They told him to run the company because he thinks like an entrepreneur. That is one of the biggest benefits America offers for those that want to create wealth. Step number 3 is choosing the right industry. Now, before I kind of give you the next chart about choosing the right industry and why it's such critical timing today, let me give you a little bit about background myself. Born and raised in Iran, I go to Germany, live out of a refugee camp. I put the stage. In 1997, April, I joined the U.S. Army. I go to the 101st Airborne Division. I get out. 99, I work at Valley Total Fitness. I wanted to be a bodybuilder. Then I meet a friend who introduces me to Morgan Stanley Dean Woodard. I worked the day before 9/11. Then I left, went to Transamerica, and then after that, on October 9, started a PhD agency. And throughout this entire time, when I first got involved, 9/11, the day before 9/11 was my first day with Morgan Stanley Dean Woodard. My branch manager, Dave Kirby, sold me on the idea that here's what the future industry is going to look like based on the following data. Now, most of you and I, when you're watching this, you would agree that success of a business has a lot to do with timing, right? Watch this data here. Between 1946 and 1964, 76 million babies were born in America. They call these babies baby-borns, right? Now, why were these babies born right after 1946? Well, the war ends, husband comes back, hasn't seen a wife for the longest time. What's the first thing they're thinking about doing? They're thinking about having dinner, and right after dinner, guess what they're going to do? They're going to make babies. So when they started making babies, they called it the baby boomers. 76 million babies were born 18 years later. Now watch this. Say today's 1946. You and I are thinking about starting our own company together. Maybe we want to come out with a new product. We know you and I have that Back to the Future manual telling us in the next 18 years, 76 million babies are going to be born. If today's 1946, and we know in the next 18 years, 76 million babies are going to be born, what are some products we will come out with in 1946 that babies need? Think about it. Actually, think about it. 1946, what did they need? When do you think Mattel came out? Gerber came out. When do you think Barbie came out? Barbie came out in 1959. I think Ken was 3 years later, by the way. Ken's always late, but he came out 3 years later because babies wanted baby food. They wanted toys. They wanted Barbie. We even had Barbie in Iran. 1946, timing. Go to 50s. These kids are now 5, 6, 7 years old. What do kids start attending at that age? School. America doesn't have a lot of schools. What do we have to do? Build schools. What's the best industry? Construction. Did you know Nearly 50% of all public schools in America were built between 1950 to 1969, and simply because of boomers. Now go to the 60s. In the 60s, these boomers are not turning 16 years old. They start getting their license. What's the first thing on their mind? Driving. What kind of a car do they want? They want a sports car. What cars came out in 64? You probably said Mustang, right? All the major American sports cars. Why? Because boomers wanted a car. Go to 70s, 80s. These boomers start turning 30 years old. Wife looks at the husband and says, babe, I'm sick and tired of renting. Let's buy a house. What industry took off? Real estate. Today, these boomers are no longer babies. They're in their 60s. And guess what they're thinking about? Retirement. And the first thing they're thinking about with retirement is how to protect what they worked hard for 40 years. They don't want to have another 2008 to lose 38%. They don't want to have a 39% in 1 month. They're thinking about their retirement. This is one of the reasons why our industry today, the insurance and the financial industry today, is booming, because there's more demand today than ever before, simply to help the boomers. Now, you may be watching the same path, but I'm not a boomer. Let's talk about all the different generations. We have 4 generations that we're going to talk about here outside of the boomers. Okay, first one is Gen Zs. Gen Zs are officially the largest generation that we have here. There are 86 million people from 1997 to 2010. Then you got the millennials, 72 million of them, 81 to 96. Then you have Gen X from 1965 to 1980, roughly 66 million. Then you have boomers, 76 million. Then you have seniors. Each of these generations have a different problem they're facing. Let's start off with millennials. Millennials, the challenge they're facing is a couple things here. Most millennials and Gen X's don't have their finances in order today. Why? Here's why. Boomers and seniors back in the day used to do door knocking. Somebody would come and knock on your door, and they would say, yes, what can I help you with? Hi, I'm Bob. I like to talk about your retirement plan. I like to talk about insurance. Oh, Bob, not right now. Maybe next week. No problem, I'll come back next week. I'm Bob, I'm back. You told me to come back next week. I'm here. You know what? We got some friends over. Next week would be better. You're thinking Bob's not going to show up. Bob comes next week. What do? You feel guilty? You let him in. Bob comes inside. He sits you down at the kitchen table with you and your wife and says, Mary, have you just thought about retirement? We have. Oh, Mary, what would you do right now? God forbid something were to happen to Bob. You would ask a question like that in front of my wife? Bob, it's just a question. Mary says, honestly, we've been thinking about it, babe. We need an insurance policy. You're the breadwinner. You make the money. I don't work. I stay home with these 2 kids. What are we going to do? Are you kidding me, babe? We're going to do this right now? Hey, we need an insurance policy. Bob and Mary bought an insurance policy. Then Bob popped the next question. How much would you like to retire when you're 65? Oh, we wouldn't mind having $4,000 a month income. Do you think you're on track? Absolutely not. Okay. What would you like to retire? $4,000. Well, what are we doing right now? Nothing. What if I could show you ways to do that? What if you set aside $200, $300 a month? Bob may be upset. Mary may be happy. 20 years later, they are both thankful for the person that knocked on the door. Today, there's none of this. Back in the days, there was cold calling. November of 2003, you know what came out? Do not call list. They can't call today because it's a fine. That's why millennials and Gen Xers are not getting the calls that boomers and seniors used to get. So what do? If a friend or family doesn't talk to you about your finances, and you're not making the kind of money to qualify the call from a Morgan Stanley, Merrill, Goldman, Smith, Barney, no one's going to be calling you. So if you don't figure out a way to get your finances in order, nobody else is going to be doing it for you. Boomers, you obviously know where they're at, and seniors, you obviously know where they're at. So the demand for what we're doing today, we're not talking about 10 million people. We're not talking about 50 million people. We're talking about 200 million people that need help in this industry. And it's one of the reasons why I paid attention to this industry. There's a lot of great industries, real estate, pharmaceutical sales, technology, but everybody wants to go there. Nobody was looking at insurance and retirement. I said, this is the direction I'm going. That's why number 3 is choosing the right industry. Now, let's talk about number 4, choosing the right platform. Now, what do I mean by choosing the right platform? So we talk about sales. We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about industry. Now it's about who you're going to team up with and why. There's a lot of different colored jerseys. You made a decision to be a basketball player. You're going into the NBA. Who do you want to play for? You chose to be a baseball player. Who do you want to play for? You chose to be an engineer. Who do you want to work for? You're choosing to want to get into the insurance financial industry. Which platform do you choose? Let me share with you guys why we're very confident about the platform we offer. Now, keep this in mind. We have a lot of competitors. I have a lot of respect for all of them because we talk to each other, we know each other, and everybody has a different kind of a proposition. But this is ours. Currently today, in the industry, this is how we differ from the industry. The average agent in the insurance industry is a 59-year-old white male. In PHP, the average agent is a 35-year-old Latina woman. When you come to our convention, nobody understands that this is the financial industry. So now the industry, boring, low energy, office environment, PHP, captivating, high energy environment, industry, old school marketing tactics, PHP, innovative marketing tactics, industry, quotas, PHP, no quotas, industry, vesting takes 2 to 10 years. PHP, you come here within 12 months, you pretty much vested, meaning whatever the policy pays renewals, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you're going to get paid on that policy as long as you're with us for 12 months and become a field associate. Industry, build only the company's brand. In PHP, we teach you how to build your own brand. You will see many of our leaders have their own brand, whether it's Money Smart Guy, whether it's Latino Hustle. I mean, we can go on and talk about many of the personalities that we have in the company that are creating their own social media brand. It's what you need to do today because there's 2 brands today. Company's brand, your brand. We like to encourage you to build your own brand. We have strategies how to do it. If you're part of our company, we would simply share that with you. Industry, promote through politics, PHP, promote through performance. You perform, no one cares what your background is, whether you have a degree, whether you went to Harvard, Yale, or you went to community college. You're 60 years old, you're 25 years old. No one cares. If you work, you hit the guidelines, you get promoted. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind with us. A lot of people, when they look at us, if you're within the company, they'll say, I've never seen technology like this before. I've not seen speed like this before. We have our own communication platform. We have our own app. We have our own technology. And we recently decided to invest millions of dollars in our new app and technology that's coming out. That's going to revolutionize the entire industry. So when you look at our platform and the technology that we offer, it's second to none. We make a lot of investments into that side. The other part that you get if you work with the company is our support system from home office. I mean, just call them and see how they'll talk to you. They love hearing from the field. The entire focus is what they can do to make the business easier for those that are deciding to become agents with the company. As far as insurance carriers goes, we work with some of the most prestigious insurance companies out there, whether it's NLG, AIG, Anaco, Mutual of Omaha, Fidelity and Guarantee, America, Columbus Life, Global Atlantic. I got a list of names that I can give you company-wise. We work with some of the largest and most reputable AAA-rated insurance companies out there. So obviously, those are some of the insurance companies that we work with. And if you want to find out how we get paid as far as our comp goes, the marketplace calls our comp the sexiest comp plan in the insurance industry. If you want to find out more about it, the video's right here. Ask the person who shared this video with you. They'll give you the comp video if you want to know more about the comp. Now, as far as what we do as a company, the culture is a very different culture. I told you earlier, Sports Center as competitive type of an environment that we have. We go all over the world. We've taken our guys to Dubai. We put them at 7-star hotels in Dubai. We've been to Croatia. We've been to Greece. We've been to Italy. We've been to Tuscany. We've been to all the islands in the Caribbean. We've been to Hawaii. We've been to Cancun. I forget Aspen. We've been all. I mean, if I tell you right now, I literally forget about the places we've been to because we've been so many different places. And every time people say, "We want to go to this place," we want to go to this place. We've given away cars. We've given away 1984 Olympic torches. We've given away anything that our guys are interested in to want to compete for. We've given away the chairs out of the Yankee Stadium because somebody wanted a chair out of the Yankee Stadium. We've given away 1986 clear Michael Jordan rookie cards. We've had people go meet the late Kobe Bryant, take pictures with him and get his autograph. We've had people sit down with President Bush and take. We do a lot of different kind of creative things when it comes down to having fun. That's just a glimpse of some of the fun that we have. Now, as far as the leaders goes in the company, we have a lot of great leaders in the company from Sheena Matsapalo, who've been with us, I want to say, for 4 years or 5.5 years. They've made $5 million in the last 5.5 something years. Jose Martin, Gaitan, who are 7-figure earners. Hector Neric, who are 7-figure earners. They got Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, who are about to cross 7 figures. They're at $800,000-900,000. Ricky and Erica, who went from $0 to $750,000 income in 3 years. Then you have George Palau, who's about to cross $750,000 income. Jason and Adam Graziani, they're about to cross $600,000 income annually. You got Marvin and Dee Del Valle from New York. They moved to Orlando, Florida. They became chairman's councils in Orlando, doing great things. They're about to cross $500,000 income. John Mason about to cross $500,000 income. Alejandro Aguilar, he and his wife out of Bakersfield, making over $500,000 income. Chris and Mary Phelps out of San Diego, nearly $500,000. I mean, I can give you a lot of different stories on what's going on with the company right now. That's just to give you a glimpse of what's taking place. Now, as far as for myself goes, look, I told you earlier, good news, bad news, gave you the bad news, gave you the good news. And I'm going to wrap up what happened with me in this business. I told you earlier, wealth is important. But when I got involved, my idea wasn't to have the life that I have today. I never expected a valuetainment or an agency with 14,000 agents. I simply had an idea. My dad was working at a 99-cent store, and I told myself, I don't want my dad to work at this 99-cent store anymore in Inglewood, California. I just didn't feel comfortable about it. And I told him one day in front of 200 people, I get promoted to being a broker at Queen Mary Ballroom back on December 15 of 2003. And I'm sitting next to him, and the speaker says, and the next person we're bringing up, he's about to be the next broker. We feel good about what he's going to be doing. Please help me bring up Patrick Bet-David. My dad looks at me like, wait a minute, you're going up on stage? I go up on stage. And the gentleman says, why don't you tell us why you got involved in the financial industry? I grabbed the mic. And I said, look, for me, it's very simple. I pointed at my dad, and I said, Dad, can you please stand up? My dad stood up. I said, listen, for me, it was very important to help my dad never have to work at the 99-cent store ever again. That I want to tell you right now, you don't have to work there anymore. And, you know, my dad, I've never seen this man cry. And I saw him getting emotional in that moment. Totally got me that night. And, you know, growing up with your parents, everybody has their own stories. You know, kids ask their dads weird questions. What happens when we die? My dad would say, you know, when you die, you go to heaven. There's a place next to California called Hawaii. One day I will take you to show you what this place looked like. It's the closest thing to heaven. And he never had a chance to take me, but the president was at the event, and he says, Patrick, we just also want to tell you, you just qualified to go to Hawaii. You're going to Hawaii. I said, you got to be kidding. We went to Kauai. I took my dad. And it was so surreal walking around my dad. And, you know, the last time my dad had a heart attack, interesting thing I tell you, was a couple months prior to that in 03. From 03 till today, my dad's never had a heart attack. From 03 till today, he's never had a heart attack. He's had 13 heart attacks. Angiogram, angioplasty, 3 stents in his heart. Never, one time we were watching, you guys remember the game when Allen Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue when they were in that playoff game? I don't know if you remember that. When he made that shot and they lost it. 4-1, Lakers won 4-1, but they won the first game. My dad's like, what a great game. I said, man, what a great, I'm screaming. He said, it's a great game, but take me to the hospital. I'm having a heart attack. I took me to the hospital. He had a heart attack. And because of, I remember until today, the craziness stuff they remember with family, right? So obviously it's changed my life. And today, my wife and I live an incredible life. We've been lucky to live the life that we live today simply because years ago, I made a decision to chase my dreams. Like I shared with you earlier, that a lot of people stop. And it messes with us. And we eventually think we just have to live this normal life. But you don't have to. So again, the bad news is we're probably going to have another crisis take place in the next 10 years. And we're probably going to have most people not be prepared for it. And we're probably going to have millions of people that are forced to do certain things they don't want to do. The only challenge and request I have for you is to not wait to be forced to make the right choices. My challenge to you is to choose to be prepared now, so the next time around, economy comes back around, you're making money, you're saving money, you're making the right investments. So for the rest of your life, you never have to panic about another major event that sets you back for years, just like many people are being set back because of what takes place with the economy. Having said that, I can't wait to personally meet you one of these days. My suggestion to you is to get back with the person that shared this video with you. Ask them for the comp plan video if you want to find out more about how we get paid. And then hopefully one of these days I will see you at a big event. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Okay, guys. So if you're interested and you want to get information on the comp plan and the potential that people have to add a side hustle, just go to where it says www down at the bottom, put your email in there, and I will get with you and explain exactly the potential and what kind of income you can make. Workwithjoeanthony.com. Okay? I'm going to leave you with this one thought. As you heard Patrick Bet-David say, that all these things that happen, we have no control. The one thing we do have control is what we do. Decide, choose. The 3 C's. Remember these 3 C's. Nothing will change unless you take the 3 C's seriously. The first one is choice. You have to choose. You have to make a choice. The second one is chance. Everyone who succeeds has taken a chance. You have to take a chance, but a chance on yourself. So choose, make a choice, take a chance on yourself. And of course, what's the final one? Is change. Because once you change for the better, you will change your life. You will change for those around you, for your family, for those who are close to you, and help other people do the same thing. And those 3 C's can be duplicated over and over and over. So this is Joe Anthony saying, decide, make a choice today. Don't wait. You have control. You can create. You have the power to create real wealth in 2020 and beyond. Have an awesome rest of your Sunday, guys. Thank you. Peace out. Have an awesome day.